Hey guys, it's Kai. I decided to make a update video about some things that have been happening. I don't really know where to start with it because there's been a few different things that have been happening, and I've been commenting about them on Facebook and posting them, trying to get the word out. Also, things in my life that have been happening, getting advice about. My voice is really raspy because it's dropping. Today is 2 months, 2 weeks, and 2 days on T. 222. So, let's start with the issue of Facebook. About a week ago, because I've been networking and trying to get my videos out there for others to see and any info for them to be helpful, people post, I'm new to this, any advice would be helpful. I send them the link, and I'm like, if you want to follow me, that's great. If not, that's fine too. Also, I'm looking for great friends, and I met about 15 good guys, and also just normal people. Not normal people, that's terrible to say. Sorry, very offensive. But, again, with me being pansexual, it's hard to put a label on everything, so forget the labels. Someone who is classified as a straight, heterosexual, female or male, or whatnot. Anyway, because technically now I could classify as a straight male. But, sorry. Random. So sorry. Okay, so somebody... So I send the message out, any info for them to be helpful. And one time I got called a spammer, and I sent them one message. So I guess on the largest social networking site, people don't want to be messaged. Well, then you can block non-friends from messaging you. That's not on me. Anyway, I think I got reported, and so Facebook said, you've either been hacked or someone reported you. Well, which is it? Am I in trouble or am I in trouble and I need to work on unlocking this and figure this out? So Facebook locked me out until I provided a government ID. Well, on the government ID, it does not say Kai Hunter. It says, the legal name as of now. And I sent them that, and they want all the info, but, hang on. We'll get to that. Blah. So, sent them that. They unlocked my account, but first I had to identify, all my friends. They'd show a picture, and I'd have to say who it was. And it's it wasn't even their profile pictures either, because I know some friends what their profile picture looks like. And that wasn't it, but... And also, I've been meeting a lot of new people, so it was kind of hard to be like, oh, that's so-and-so, because I just met them and started talking to them. So, it's like, I'm not hacked, you're just singling me out. So, I don't even have, 200 friends on Facebook. So, I sent them that, and then unlocked it, and then the next day, I saw on my phone, because I looked this up about this needing the government ID. Some guy went through it as well with his huge blog that I was reading, and they wouldn't even tell him why, and he sent them numerous messages, and he'd get the generic response back. So, this is going to be a long video, I'm sorry. So, he wrote in there that about a month later, they finally did unlock it, and they still would never tell him why, and it just... because they feel like it. Again, we're not paying for this site. You don't need my government ID. There was no way around it. I looked to give them my phone number. I looked to email them. So I got unlocked. The next day I see, so-and-so posted this about my name. And I'm like, that doesn't say Kai Hunter. I go into it, and I also bring up my Yahoo, and I see that my name is bolded, and I can't touch it at all, because some people suggested, why don't you just put it to an A? And I'm like, that's a great idea, but it can't touch it. It's bolded. It's not an option to even screw with it. It says, your name has been changed by a Facebook representative. And also the emails say, your name has been changed. Please use your real name. It's in quotes, real name. Please use your real name. And if you need to change it when you're, in parentheses, married, that's the only reason people change their name, you can contact us here, because now I've been, blacklisted with name changing. And so they're like, you can use your nickname, so I have Kai in parentheses, but that's not how I want it to be. That's not my nickname, that's my name. So, really sucks, because I don't know if I made a video about it or just commented about it, but I looked for the name change process, and just all my expenses, with rent and utilities, gas to get to and from work, health insurance, car insurance. I am about $20 extra a month for them to not waive it with that way. So I did ask around, and state where I'm from, Minnesota, any advice, anything's helpful, guys. Like, is there any way around this? I've heard Minnesota is really helpful, and I've listed and given to them since all my expenses, everything, all the bills, all the checks, you know, proving that this is where my money goes. I'm kind of screwed here, guys. Paying a shit ton of money for health insurance and everything, but if all goes according to plan, I can get top surgery this summer with Marie Claire Buckley. We did meet her. She's amazing. She's excellent. I can only say good things compared to Tholen, who was just like, here you go, like, here's what you need to do, and this is how much it's going to be, and not helpful at all. Just really seems like he was in it for the money. You know, nothing against Tholen. If you guys have great experiences, great for you, but I'm going to go with Marie Claire Buckley as well, as she is in my health insurance network, and I need to raise up about $3,000 because that's my out-of-pocket maximum for health insurance. So pay a shit ton of this, that, and the other to get everything covered. Others it's $9,000, and it's a lot of money. So, you know, just anything helps, and I want to get my word out and help people. So, Facebook update, name changed, can't change it. It's in parentheses of Kai. It really sucks, and it makes me really dysphoric every day going on. Every waking minute, you know, I'm on Facebook, just chatting to friends or updating my feeds, and I see it, it's bolded there, and I can't touch it. It's just really shitty. And then when I'm meeting people, it's like, it's very confusing for them. They're like, who, what? I remember one time I was working at Sea Life, and I took in my guest pass to get some friends in, and my friend who's only known me as Kai was like, this isn't yours, where'd you get this? And then I'm like, and she's like, oh, yeah, okay. Like, it was so cute. So, shout out to her. She'd probably know who she was if she watches these videos. She would know who she was. That's adorable. She's really sweet. So, well, we're at the shout-out sections. I'm going to give a shout-out to my boy Jesse, who really has been helping me out, and also Justin, who also has a drag name, but I don't know if he wants me to list it, so I can also edit it at this point. Okay, there we go. I'd put it in if he wants me to, so he can get back to me on that. What else? So that's the Facebook update. I'm going to make this really long and go into the other update. So Facebook is making me keep it. I went to court and tried to get that all set up to change the name and waive it and get that going, and they'll get back to me within a week, I think, if it's waived, and then also give me the court date. So again, you know, that's another day off of work you need to take off and put in vacation for, and you also need 2 witnesses, which I have 2 in mind, so I'll get that going. And then right away, right there, it's $320 if it's not waived. And it's like, that would take me over a year to come up with all my expenses. And it doesn't look like it's changing. You know, I'm trying to break out in my job as well as find a different job. I want to stay where I'm at. I really do. I love it there. I'm not going to look for something else. No. I like it where I am. They accept me, and I really like helping them out and doing whatever I can do for a good job for them. So, that's the Facebook update. They bolded it. They won't let me change it. They need my government ID and use your real name. Fun. So, that was on Tuesday morning. So, about last Sunday, I got a text from my dad that said the name they gave me, blank. Your mother and I would like to come and visit you next Saturday. Are you available? I wrote back, yes, I'm available. What time were you there? What were you thinking? And he's like, we would like to come up and see you for lunch and then go to a different city, Wisconsin. And I'm like, okay, so you're penciling me in for lunch again. But yet you'll go see my brother Timmy. And you'll go see my brother Timmy and spend the day with him. And it's like, I'd love to spend the day with you. Like, I know I live further, but you go and see him for the day, and he gets to come down and things like that. Well, he does live closer. And what really bothers me is I had a great conversation with my mother, I think it was Friday, 2 weeks ago, Friday. And she was really excited, and we talked about the tea a little bit. We talked about the changes. She's like, it sounds like you have a cold. And I'm like, yeah, my voice is driving. And she's like, oh, okay. Like, not really supportive. But then I talked to her about the health insurance stuff and about how much I would need. And she's like, say you had the money. All your medical expenses for the year would be covered. I'm like, yep. And she's like, huh. Like, okay. And it just made me think, like, hey, they're really gonna come through for me here and help support me, because, sorry, I'm getting emotional. They gave my brother 20 grand early inheritance to buy a house. Then he turned around and bought a $1,000 purebred puppy, and now he's buying a boat. And it's just like, I know it's not their life plan to do what I'm doing, just being me living. And it just really hurts that it's like, I actually got that email accidentally, that I found that out about a year ago today. And it's like, I know I don't have my life together as you guys would, but I have my life together the way I want it to be, and I'm enjoying every minute of it. Sorry, this is terrible. So, they came up for the visit. It was really awkward at first, and my father came in and was right away said, "Hello, daughter," and it's like, come on. I did have a conversation with my aunt, both of them. The one, I said, "Please call me Kai," and she's like, "I'm not calling you Kai. Your name is this. It will always be this. I'm not going to argue with you." You're not going to argue with me? Excuse me. Seriously? I'm not arguing with you. This isn't an option for you. But the other aunt, I talked to her, and it made a little more sense that her kids have other trans friends as well, and it gave me a little bit of insight to relax a little with them having to call him and he and Kai. And she's like, "You're always going to be so-and-so to us. Get that through your head. Like, we're not going to change the name." And, so I get that yes, I was that to them. I'm going to be a little bit more lax on that, because, that's not fair to them within 3 months to have to call me Kai and him. It's a huge change, so, okay, I'll let go of that a little bit. But it's just so disappointing that they're not even bothering to try. It's really disrespectful when they keep saying she and her and you, and we don't know Kai Hunter. If you change your name, we don't know that person. It's, excuse me, that changes everything. So back to the conversation about my parents visited. They had said, really disrespectful things that me and my partner have called them out on, such as, "You'll never be a man, you'll never be a guy, you'll never be a boy, you need a penis to be a boy, you're never going to fully be a boy." And so we brought up the points so say you get in an accident and your dick gets chopped off to my father. You're no longer a guy, that's what makes a man, And my partner was saying things like, "Oh, it doesn't matter what's in your pants or whatever to make you a man." And so, yeah, it was just a terrible movie of getting called out on. That's how it is every day. Case on point why I knew I needed to move out as soon as possible last 2 Januaries ago, 2013, once I paid off my student loan of $14,500. Very dedicated person. I got that done. I lived there just being harassed and heckled all my life. Once I really started figuring out who I was, it was just kind of all down there from the hill from there with family. I wasn't going to talk about family and everything, but it's things that need to be said, because it's, I love how people have it get better for them. Wonderful for them. I'm very happy for them. My mother did say she was proud of me because I'm standing my ground and know what I want, and I'm so sure of it. And I'm sorry this video is so emotional and so long, but it's things that need to be said and for people to know. And I'm sorry I'm so emotional about it, because it hits you hard. And I know a lot of guys go through stuff, and I figured to share my story even more so. So my parents